You know, this section on the YouTube channel, this is basically life after anxiety. My name is Dennis Simsek and I go by the online name, The Anxiety Guy. For 6 years of my life, I was in a sensitized state. I was surrounded by anxiety, fears, panic attacks that basically drove me to missing tons of opportunities that I faced in my life. I didn't know where to turn. I avoided people. I avoided everything. I stayed in my house for 31 days due to agoraphobia, and I had no idea on how I was going to turn this around. At one point, I almost considered taking my own life, but thankfully I didn't. There was 99 reasons for me to listen to my fears, my challenges, and my doubts, but there was one reason for me to keep plugging along and to keep searching for a solution. And that solution came as far as changing my mindset and then finally finding the strategy to overcome this sensitized state. The Anxiety Guy is the light. The Anxiety Guy provides people with practical tools, the inspiration and the drive to overcome their anxiety naturally. And through the Anxiety Guy, we are building new perceptions of ourselves and then of the world. Our goal is to create self-mastery over ourselves, over our thought patterns, over our behaviors, and over our actions. If we can do that, we can get to a place of freedom. That's what the Anxiety Guy is about. Usually takes me about an hour and a half to finish one of these. So I'm a very slow drinker. Today we're going with the green tea. Loving the green tea. Usually it's chamomile. Anxiety tip of the day, drink chamomile tea. Soothes your nerves, takes all that tension away. Sometimes better than medication. It's just packed everywhere you go. We just passed the shopping mall. We're going to waterfront center here, and it's just absolutely packed. And back in the day, it was like, if you got me out in this environment, okay, panic attack was inevitable, anxiety was inevitable, and I didn't confront anything, I avoided everything, and that was the very thing that kept my anxiety alive. It was that I never put myself in a place where I could actually practice some of these new skill sets or new approach to life. So, you know, people have to understand that if you want to overcome what you're going through right now, those challenges, you're going to have to do things different. In fact, you're going to have to think about doing the opposite of what you're currently doing if you want to get to where you want to go. I had to say to myself, I'm going to get to a point of no return. I have to get to that point where I make a contract with myself and say enough is enough. I mean, I don't want to live in a stale comfort zone anymore. That was the key. It all started there. But too many people are running for strategies without even having that talk with themselves first, right? It all starts with mindset. Then you can get to strategies. So for me, it was a matter of seeing my thoughts in a different way, because the imagination is super powerful. And when I started to imagine that my thoughts and my doubts and my challenges were in fact Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck, when Daffy Duck's telling me that, Dennis, you're going to die from a panic attack, or you shouldn't do something, or you're going to have some doubt, or whatever it is, it's not as powerful as if when a monster's telling me the same thing. And I was able to turn a monster into a fly just by imagining something completely different, because when the imagination and the thought patterns are going back and forth, you know, what should I think? And then you got an imagination behind it. The imagination always wins, right? And the key for us is to create these new visual representations in our mind. So what I had to do was I had to close my eyes and go, where's this coming from? You know, is this a monster or is this Daffy Duck? And when Daffy Duck told me I was going to die from a panic attack, I looked at him and I said, you know what? You don't have enough evidence to back this up. I'm still here, right? And that was the key. with the Anxiety Guy, I mean, there's so many different resources out there. There's the podcast, there's the blog posts, there are the videos, you know, there's the Facebook channel, there's Twitter, you know, there's Google Plus. There are so many different avenues that people can look into to kind of gain the upper hand over anxiety. And the End the Anxiety program is something that if you have health anxiety, if you're suffering from GAD and looking for a CBT based option, you know, that is there for people. I also work with people one-on-one quite a bit. So there are so many different avenues that people can take to start to desensitize themselves starting today. But the Anxiety Guy is the light. It's going to be showing people, you know, what they are capable of in their lives. And a lot of people right now feel like they're in a victim state. They can only see themselves in one way, but in fact, there's a totally different world for people. And that world is what I want to give people. I want people to feel empowered. I want people to feel confident going into the world and to share that with others, because when you feel empowered, when you feel like, you know what, I can take over the world, then you're giving that light, you're giving that permission for others to do the same. And that's what it's about. It's about creating this momentum, this snowball effect, going from me to you to other people. And that's the way we're going to end the anxiety epidemic in the world. That's the key right there. And that is what this is about. It's about showing you guys that there's a world of possibility, and you can see me now in my life going through shopping malls, you know, talking and mingling with people and doing all sorts of things that I couldn't do during my anxiety days because I tried to avoid everything. But now, after some time, I was able to confront some of those things. So this section and all these videos are for you guys to see what life is like after anxiety, and that is crucial. So I hope that this section, these videos, empower you guys. I hope these videos give you the confidence, give you the belief systems to start challenging some of those core beliefs that you have. And that's what it's for, guys. Every video, every word I say is for you to gain more empowerment, is for you to gain more confidence, and to give you guys the strategies and the tools to overcome your anxiety naturally. And that's the direction we're headed.